Join Forum IAS Academy, trusted by hundreds of toppers, including IAS Rank 1 Shruti Sharma.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon.
Good
Ma'am, may I come in?
afternoon. Good afternoon. Saurabh,
May I
please
say?
take seat. Yes, please.
Thank you.
So, Saurabh,
Yes, sir.
introduce yourself to the board.
Sir, my name is Saurav Kumar Kanojia. I was born in Uttarakhand, brought up in Delhi. I completed my bachelor's in commerce and master's in history, and recently got JRF through UGC NET exam. I completed my graduation in 2018, and for the next 2 years, I was coaching at an institute. I left the job in 2020 and started preparation for civil service exam and CAPF.
Okay. So, why do you want to join CAPF?
So CAPF is a prestigious service. It can fulfill my dream of serving the nation. That is why, sir, I want to join.
So, don't you think you were doing service to the nation while working at the coaching institute?
Sir,
Is teaching not a part of giving service to the nation?
sir, it is true that we can also serve there, but sir, the level of contribution we can give in the Group A services is much more than the level of contribution we can give in the teaching field. That is why, sir, I want to join.
Okay. What is the mandate of CRPF?
So the mandate of CRPF is to control is to maintain the internal security and the other problems related to internal security like Naxalism. It is dealt by the CRPF, and also it does the duty like the election duty, the kind of thing.
And who is DG of CRPF?
So DG of CRPF is Shri Sujoy Lal Thiosan.
Okay. What are the challenges forces personnel experience due to high altitude and low temperature in mountainous region?
So the challenge which I feel, the first thing is due to the cold in the high altitude, they may face the skin problems, and also the availability of food is the variety of food is not available there. Also, sir, the lack of infrastructure is there, and also the relative isolation they face because the communities and the area is mostly sparsely populated. That is why, sir.
Anything related to weapons?
Weapons. So the logistics there, the delivery of weapons can be a problem because when it comes to any kind of threat or infiltration, the delivery of weapon can be delayed there. That I can recall right now only.
And what about calibration?
Calibration.
Yes.
So the coordination among personals.
I'm asking about calibration of weapons. You know, even for any scientific instrument to be used, right, you need to calibrate it according to the geography of the area, right? So don't you think calibration will also be hampered due to mountains, cold temperature, windy weather?
Sir, can I get a minute to think?
Yes, sure.
So the larger weapons like so the larger weapons can get hampered due to the rains, and also, sir, due to the lack of roads, the movement of the vehicle is a problem where the weapons are stored. So this is what I can recall right now only.
Okay. In brief, tell me the history of Sashastra Seema Bal.
So the Sashastra Seema Bal was established as a Special Service Bureau in 1962 after after the Sino-India War. Sir, its mandate was initially to work as an intelligence agency for RAW, but in 2002 it was renamed as Sashastra Seema Bal and given the mandate of protecting the Indo-Nepal and the Bhutan border, and also to uh, uh, give a sense of security among the locals there.
Okay. Uh, you see, Chhattisgarh is very rich in ores and minerals, right? And the government of Chhattisgarh is also trying to woo investors so that they can come and invest, right? So, what is the relationship between this industrial expansion in the state of Chhattisgarh and the Naxalism?
So there is definitely a relationship. So the resources there, they are very rich, and the authority over those resources is sometimes in the hand of the in the hand of the left wing extremism. They often control the resources there, and this is the source of their funding also.
They control the resources or the land?
The land area, and also the mining, some area of mining also is under them, so they control it, and also it works as their funding also, so that is why they do not want to relinquish their claim there. So this is the relationship.
Okay. Can you add something more to it?
uh, So I can think of one more scenario. So the locals there who
Yes.
are they can they can be collaborated. They can collaborate with those Naxal forces because they might have some vested interest there. And handling that situation as an internal security issue is more challenging than the previous one, which I said earlier. Because here the identification that who is a proper Naxalite and who is a common man, the
Okay, and
innocent
what
is
about
difficult.
resettlement issues of those villagers who will be affected by such industrial expansion?
Sir, I cannot recollect right now.
Of
I'll
course,
go
there
and
would
get
be
it.
resettlement of some people. Won't that be a challenge? Won't that be a problem?
Yes, sir, definitely.
Won't that alienate those people from the initiatives of the government or whatever the government is thinking in long term, and they can be easily swayed by Naxal leaders?
Yes, sir. The government, I find that the lack of infrastructure there, because the development is not penetrated there. Also, it is not a coastal state.
Okay.
Yes,
Since you are from Uttarakhand, right?
yes, sir.
There are so many tourist places in Uttarakhand, but they are not well developed if we compare it to Himachal Pradesh. What is the reason for that?
Uh, so the main reason which I find that the tourist places, mostly in the Rudraprayag region and the Uttarkashi region, so they are less approachable. And also they are not approachable in all weather situations. Like I can give the example of Kedarnath. It is not approachable in the winter time. And when it comes to the Himachal Pradesh areas, they are mostly accessible in most of the area in most of the time of the year. This is the one reason which I find. Or also the migration of the people, because people migrate to the other state, and this is due to the lack of opportunities available there. And the government is not and there is also the lack of government initiative there. These are some of the reasons that the area is not developed. But sir, the recent step by the government, like the Char Dham project, and also the construction of the road is working well there. So we can see the changes in upcoming years.
Okay. What is Indian accounting system?
So Indian accounting system is a set of a framework suggested for compilation of accounts, the making of the performa of the accounts, like the balance sheet, the profit and loss statement. The performas are suggested by Indian accounting standards.
Are you sure
Sir, it is
this
most,
is Indian accounting system?
so the framework guiding guiding how the account should be prepared is mostly part of the Indian accounting system.
Okay, thank you, Saurabh.
Saurabh, you're from Uttarakhand, and Uttarakhand has often been in the news regarding several natural disasters.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you mention these and why is Uttarakhand prone to them?
So, ma'am, Uttarakhand is an earthquake zone. Is also
Okay.
and is a earthquake zone. It comes under zone 5. The other reasons include that the geography of the region, the areas are not. The areas are very what to say.
Stable.
Stable, yes, ma'am. The landslides, the cloud burst problem is
Okay.
very much there. So this is the reason that the area is not stable.
And forest fires?
Forest fire is
What
a
are the
recent
reasons for
phenomenon.
forest fire?
Yes, ma'am.
Forest fire, what are the reasons for forest fires?
As far as I can recall right now, it is mostly the forest. The reason is the climate change.
Is it climate change, or is it also the timber mafia? Or the choice of trees which is now being grown?
Yes, ma'am. The changing of the forest practices there. The new types of plants are grown there, which are more suitable for the economic needs of the area, and that is why the forest is getting replanted in a complete different manner that is not suitable to the natural needs
What
of the
is the
area.
role of timber mafia in forest fire?
Ma'am, I'm not able to recollect right now.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. What do we understand by the informal sector of the economy?
Ma'am, informal sector is a sector which is not covered in the labor law regulation, and also there is no minimum wage standard for them.
How is it defined?
How it is defined?
It does not have social security measures, but how will we identify if a particular work or business is formal or informal?
Ma'am, there is a certain criteria, but I'm not able to recollect. Ma'am, I'll go and read about it.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
It is less than 10 employees. If there
Yes,
are less than 10 employees, it is the business is an informal sector.
Okay, ma'am.
You've done your BCom honors from College of Vocational Studies.
Yes, ma'am.
So vocational education is also a component which has been discussed in the new economic policy. What is the mention?
Ma'am,
New
in the
education
new
policy.
education policy,
New education.
from 6th class onwards, there is an increasing focus on the vocational education, mostly because the traditional education which is prevalent right now before the NEP, it mostly focuses on the academic in the academic portion. But in the new education policy, the increasing focus between the academia and the vocational training, and also those students who are not very much comfortable with the conceptual details, they can get the vocational training. And even in the graduation, they can leave the graduation in midway, and they will get a certificate or a diploma depending on the time they spend on the graduation days.
Is it dependent on the time or the credits they've earned?
Ma'am, there is also a portion of credit, a role of credit there.
So I spent 5 years in my graduation. I don't manage to clear subjects. Will I still get a diploma? I say, okay, so let's say it was a 3-year course. I have studied for 2 years. I was expected to clear in my 2 years 5 subjects per semester, 20 subjects. However, I managed to clear only 10. Now, do I still get a diploma? It should be dependent only on credits, not on the length of time.
Ma'am, I'll go and read about it.
Okay. Can you highlight the problems of quality and quantity? So you've been working as a private tutor and earlier also with a coaching institute.
Yes, ma'am.
So there is a problem of quality and quantity of education in India.
Yes, ma'am.
What are the problems of, what are these?
Ma'am, as far as I have encountered those situations, there is definitely a problem. Mostly because the coaching institute, they incline more towards the profitability rather
Okay.
than the quality.
The coaching institutes.
Ma'am, not all the coaching institute, but some which I have
I'm
encountered.
talking about education sector in general. Education sector is beyond the coaching institutes.
Yes, ma'am. Coaching institute is one aspect of it. Also in the government school, as I have seen, the infrastructure is not very much suitable for all the students. They cannot serve the need of all the students, and also the teacher has to work for the collective interest of the class, and he cannot give the personalized guidance to the students.
Why?
Because the number of students are so much. The teacher-student ratio is not optimum in the government school.
What should it be?
Ma'am,
As per the ASER report, what is the teacher-pupil ratio and what should it ideally be?
ma'am, I'll go and read about it.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, my last question to you.
Yes, ma'am.
What is quantum computing?
Ma'am, quantum computing requires the technique of quantum mechanics in the computing. It does not rely on the binary system that is the zeros and the ones. It works on the midway between the zeros and the ones. This is what I
It
can
works on
recall.
qubits.
Yes, ma'am. That is the term I was not
Okay.
able to remind.
Thank you.
So Saurabh,
Yes, sir.
tell me 3 qualities that you have that make you suitable for CAPF.
So the quality that I am an organized person. Second thing is so I can also organize well in the personals there. The second quality which I have is the empathy. I am very empathetic towards the pain and the anguish the other people feel. So if there is a problem, so I can I will work I will work to understand the needs of the personnel, and also to work as a mediator between the different personnel.
Tell me that you have a empathy and you can work as a mediator. How these 2 qualities will be helpful in CISF?
So in CISF, we have to follow the chain of command, and also we have a company under us. So in company we have lot of personnel working. So they have their own grievances which need to be addressed. As an empathetic person, I can understand their problem and I can feel the problem they face, and also I can ensure the regular and I can ensure that I will not be antipathic towards them. So this is the one thing, and also the second thing was the second thing which I said was the organized
Mediation. You said mediation.
Yes, sir.
How the mediation will be fruitful in CISF?
So there is a lot of
You are
problem.
not supposed to interact with the public, and you have just some mandate. You have to do your duty.
So
Okay.
in company,
Okay, let me give you a situation.
Yes.
Okay, in DMRC or Delhi Metro, the recently the certain cases of nuisance are being created. For an example, few days back, the Kawadiyas have created certain kind of nuisance. So by using the virtues of your this empathy and mediation, how would you solve that problem?
So since it is a Kavadiya Yatra, it has some religious significance. I will know who is the leader, and I'll talk to him regarding the issue, and also they will not create some nuisance. I will send some personals, the security personals with them. They will ensure that the nuisance will not be created, and the Kavadiyas will reach where they want to reach.
Okay, so you have a hobby and interest understanding animals' psyche, especially dogs. So by using this hobby, tell me, how would you solve the problem of dog's bite and stray dog meanness?
So the stray dog menace that is being in news in the recent time, sir, I think that the problem of not understanding the needs of the dog is the real reason behind this. We think that the dogs are arbitrarily biting the people, and this is not always the case. They are often provoked to do so, and we should ensure that there is less provocation among them. So this is what I think, that people should be empathetic towards their need, towards their requirement. People should be.
What I asked, that how would you use, you said that understanding psyche of animals, especially dogs. So what I'm saying, utilizing this skill of yours, how would you solve the stray dog meanness?
Sir, I will tell the people to adopt dogs. This is the first thing, and also, sir, the problem, like the RWA, the Residential Welfare the welfare agency associations, and also the local government, the municipality, they should work in correlation to solve the problem, because what I read about it, that the RWAs and the municipality, they do not work in cohesion to solve to work towards them. And also there is a responsibility of common man to not provoke them.
Okay. Right now, protest and anarchy has prevailed in France. All right.
Yes.
So
yes,
you have a hobby of relating contemporary world events with the modern world history. How would you, relate this France problem with the modern world history?
So this can be related with the French Revolution. The storming of the Bastille, the Bastille Fort in the 1789 can be related with this, because the problem there and the problem now is mostly the same. Not exactly, but there is some amount of commonality between both the events. Like,
what was the reason of French Revolution?
so the reason of French Revolution was the people were not treated equally. There was three stratas in the society: the first estate, second estate, and the third estate. There is also the financial problem the France was being faced after the defeat in the 7 Years' War. Those were the two main reasons, and the problem of bread, the deficiency of bread there. This was also the problem.
And what is the reason of a current issue in France?
So the current issue is also the equality problem. That was during the French Revolution. The people were not treated equally then also, and the current problem, the migrants and the people, those who are not historically the citizen of France, they are complaining that they are not being treated equally. So both problems have some element of commonality.
Okay, my last question. Tell me, what are the internal security related issues in Uttarakhand?
So in Uttarakhand, first is the claim by the China. So this is the external threat, and also it has some elements in the it has some role in the internal problem, because they can fund the locals who can get hostile with the Indian government. The other problem is the unemployment. The youth there is not getting employment, so they roam around, and they can create some point. They can create some point of problem in near future. So the security agencies should be vigilant towards both the problems.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Saurabh,
Yes, sir.
your interview was good, but work on security-related questions, right? Security-related questions specific to your state, as well as mandate, motto, DG of all the CAPFs. right? Your hobbies and this extracurricular are very interesting, right? But you just have to justify. जैसे कि जो सर ने अभी फ्रांस वाला इवेंट बताया वो somehow फिर भी तुम उसको रिलेट कर पाए, बट एनिमल वाले में थोड़ा ढंग से अपने आप को एक्सप्रेस नहीं कर पाए, ठीक है ना? तो उस चीज़ पे थोड़ा सा ध्यान देना है। जैसे मीडिएशन वाला सर ने क्वेश्चन पूछा, ठीक है, जब तुम इनिशियली नहीं बता पाए कि तुम अपने उस मीडिएशन स्किल को कैसे यूज़ कर पाओगे, तो मैं सबसे बोला सर मेरी जो है कंपनी के दो जवान आपस में झगड़ा कर रहे हैं, उन्हीं के बीच में मीडिएशन करा दूंगा।
सर मैं वही बोलने वाला था, सर ने बीच में रोक दिया था।
इनिशियली जब तुम उसमें नहीं आंसर दे पाए, फिर सर ने क्या हुआ, तुम्हारे कंफर्ट जोन से बाहर उठा के तुम्हें और डिफिकल्ट सिचुएशन में डाल दिया कि अब कांवड़ यात्रा चल रही है, ठीक है, अब वो और ज़्यादा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड सिचुएशन हो गई है मीडिएट करने के लिए, ठीक है। तो जब मीडिएशन की बात थी, ठीक है सर मेरी कंपनी के दो जवान आपस में झगड़ा कर रहे हैं, ठीक है, तो उन्हीं के बीच में मीडिएट करा दूंगा। एक चीज़ तुमने और बताई थी मीडिएशन के साथ साथ
एम्पैथी,
ठीक है। तो जैसे CISF तुम्हारी पहली प्रेफरेंस है, ठीक है ना? अब तुमने देखा कि एयरपोर्ट पे या मेट्रो स्टेशन पे, राइट, एक बुजुर्ग लेडी है, ठीक है, काफ़ी फिजिकली वीक है, ठीक है, तो एम्पैथी, ठीक है, कोई बच्चा है अपनी माँ से दूर हो गया, वो रो रहा है, ठीक है, आप उसको उठाया, उसको चुप कराया, टॉफ़ी दी, ठीक है, उसके बाद बाकी सब अनाउंसमेंट हो रहे हैं, बच्चे से पूछा जा रहा है अगर वो नंबर घर वालों को बता सके। तो ऐसे एग्जाम्पल देने हैं जो तुम्हारे ही वर्क प्लेस के अंदर तक लिमिटेड रहें, ठीक है, तो वो ज़्यादा क्रेडिबल रहते हैं। और जब तुम उतना बता दोगे तो उसके बाद फिर सामने वाले के पास ज़्यादा स्कोप बचेगा नहीं, क्योंकि जो तुमने कहा है तुमने उसको जस्टिफाई कर दिया कि मैं कैसे मीडिएट कर सकता हूँ, कैसे मैं एम्पैथी का यूज़ अपने वर्क प्लेस पे कर सकता हूँ, अपनी जॉब के अंदर रहते हुए। और ये सारे चैलेंजेस हैं जो तुम्हारे सामने या अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ हैं तुम्हारी स्किल्स को रिफ्लेक्ट करने के लिए तुम्हें उसी जॉब के अंदर रहते हुए, ठीक है। तो थोड़ा सा मतलब क्वेश्चन के ऊपर ध्यान देना है, ठीक है, कि क्वेश्चन कैसे पूछा गया है और कैसे मैं उसको स्ट्रक्चर करके आंसर दूँ,
यस
है। तो वो ये थोड़ा सा प्रिसाइज होना है, ठीक है। आंसर्स तुम्हें मालूम है, लेकिन थोड़ा सा घूमते हुए उनका आंसर देते हो, ठीक है।
यस सर।
और क्वेश्चन के ऊपर ध्यान दो, ठीक है ना, क्वेश्चन के ऊपर तो। और राइट लेफ्ट नहीं देखना,
अच्छा सर,
ठीक है, कभी नीचे देखा, कभी छत की तरफ देखा, ठीक है, वो ऐसा नहीं करना, ठीक है। एंड करंट अफेयर्स को ब्रश अप करो, लास्ट 15-20 डेज, 1 मंथ, ठीक है, जितना कुछ हो सकता है। जैसे PM की फॉरेन विजिट हुई है, ठीक है ना, रिसेंटली जितनी सबमिटेड चल रही हैं, SCO चल रहा है, ठीक है, G20 चल रहा है, राइट। एंड क्योंकि तुमने लिख दिया है कंटेम्प्रेरी वर्ल्ड इवेंट, तो अच्छा उसमें रशिया यूक्रेन का वॉर है,
यस सर, ये सब मैंने कर लिया अच्छे से, पूरा इसको रिलेट कर करके सर इस पे सबसे ज़्यादा ध्यान दे रहे हैं। पर सर जो मुझे अभी तक सर मैंने बाकी जगह जहाँ पे मॉक इंटरव्यू दिए वहाँ पे मेरी मेन प्रॉब्लम उन्होंने बताया कि मैं कॉन्फिडेंट नहीं दिखता इंटरव्यू देते वक्त। ये एक प्रॉब्लम काफ़ी बार बोली थी। तो सर मैं इस इंटरव्यू में
जब तुम आई कांटेक्ट ब्रेक कर दोगे तो वहीं पे लगेगा कि जो है तुम्हारे अंदर कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं है,
पैर हिलते हैं तो
स्टार्टिंग में मैंने देखा था, फिर मैंने रोक दिया पूरा, और ध्यान से किया
ना। तुम्हें पता है, ठीक है, जैसे तुम कह रहे हो कि तुमने सब कुछ प्रिपेयर किया है, ठीक है, तो बहुत अच्छी बात है कि तुमने सब कुछ प्रिपेयर कर रखा है, लेकिन वो साथ ही साथ जो है लिखना भी चाहिए क्या
वो आंसर्स, लेकिन तुम्हारे टू द पॉइंट नहीं है।
और उन आंसर्स में यू वर आल्सो फ्राउनिंग, ये आईब्रोज इकट्ठे आके, तो ऐसा लगता है कि बहुत जोर डाल के आंसर दे रहे हो, बहुत
ऐसा लग रहा है प्रॉब्लम मतलब सॉल्यूशन बता नहीं रहे हो, तुम उसको सॉल्व कर रहे हो प्रॉब्लम को कुछ,
मतलब सो यू आर नॉर्मल। जैसे इस समय आपकी फेशियल जो है
बहुत टेंस हो जाते हो,
वहाँ पे बहुत टेंस हो जाते हो
सर, वो आवाज़ बराबर नहीं आ रही थी इसलिए मैं थोड़ा आगे
नहीं आगे झुकने का नहीं है, एक तो आगे झुकने का और एक फ्राउन करना। जैसे अभी आईब्रोज नॉर्मल है, वो इकट्ठे हो जाती हैं, जैसे बहुत स्ट्रेस आ रहा है।
और रही बात आवाज़ की, तो तुम्हें आगे आने की ज़रूरत नहीं है। हमें अगर लगेगा कि तुम्हारी आवाज़ नहीं आ रही है तो हम बता देंगे तुम्हें कि थोड़ा लाउड बोलो, ठीक है, जैसे बैठे हो वैसे बैठे रहना, ठीक है, प्री एज्यूम कुछ भी मत करना कि थोड़ा सा आगे आके बता देता हूँ, है ना, तो जैसे नॉर्मल पॉस्चर रखो।
जी सर,
ठीक है, और बाकी ठीक है।
सर ये ज़्यादा अटक के बोलने की प्रॉब्लम तो नहीं?
वो इसलिए है क्योंकि तुम जो है ना चीज़ें स्ट्रक्चर नहीं कर पा रहे हो।
यस सर, ये प्रॉब्लम
और टू द पॉइंट चीज़ें नहीं बोल रहे हो। प्रॉब्लम पूछी, सोल्यूशन टू द पॉइंट, 2 से 3 पॉइंट होने
एक्चुअली
चाहिए
आई
बस।
ऑल्सो फील दैट यू जंपिंग टू द आंसर।
हाँ।
थोड़ा सा टाइम लेके आप सोच के बताओ। जैसे आपसे पूछा था कि एजुकेशन में जब आपने बोला कि एज फार एज आई एम कंसर्न्ड, और आपने कोचिंग का बता दिया, क्वालिटी ऑफ एजुकेशन। पर जब हम एजुकेशन सोचते हैं तो सबसे पहले तो स्कूल और कॉलेज सोचेंगे।
यस मैम, मैम ध्यान नहीं गया
क्योंकि आपने क्या किया, जैसे ही क्वेश्चन खत्म हुआ आपने बोला आंसर।
मैम मुझे लगा कि आप मेरे उस करियर को देख के
मैंने तो
कह
पूछा
रहे
कि
हो तो
वही मैं कह रहा हूँ ना,
मुझे
प्री
लगा-
एज्यूम मत करो चीजों को। जब तुमसे
एजुकेशन
बोला
मींस
जाए,
एजुकेशन सेक्टर।
मैंने तुमको 2 सिचुएशन दी जिनमें मैंने तुम्हें वो प्रॉब्लम दी कि स्ट्रेट ऑर्गमीनेस और जो तुम्हारा कावड़ियों वाला इशू है उसको, या फिर फ्रांस वाला जो चीज़ें हैं उसमें मैं तुम्हारे व्यूज़ जानने की कोशिश कर रहा था, है ना। लेकिन उसमें भी टू द पॉइंट आंसर नहीं दिया तुमने, ठीक है। तो ये जो तुम्हारी हॉबीज़ है ना, ये तुम्हें सेफ जोन में भी डाल सकती हैं और डिफिकल्ट जोन में भी डाल सकती हैं, इसलिए इस पे ज़्यादा वर्क करने की ज़रूरत है।
ठीक है,
ठीक, ओके,
थैंक यू
Okay. Thank you.
ऑल द बेस्ट।
All the very best.
थैंक यू।